Hey guys, it is YeanlingLoki0 here. This is our first AOEO video, Age of Empires Online. We're gonna bring you some 2v2 champion mode PvP. And here at SnorriDev, we've actually been playing AOE for a while. We just haven't really bothered to upload any videos, but you know, we're pretty good. We're some of the better players in the game. We're definitely above average. So this first game is, like I said, some 2v2 PvP. It is me and Fuser67. We're actually following Fuser67 here. I am the light blue player. He is the dark blue player. But I'm going to be commentating, following his video action. Yeah, so he's playing the Greek civilization. I'm playing Egypt. We are playing a Persian and another Greek player. So basically, if you've played Age of Empires before, any Age of Empires, you know it's basically an RTS which has a heavy focus on economy and macro, and that's basically what AOEO is. AOEO, I really like the gameplay. It's really nice. The thing about it is that the graphics are a little cartoony, not really to my style, but you know, I got used to it, and it's pretty nice, especially because you can customize the appearance of your units, which makes it interesting. So anyway, there's some background about AOEO. Came out in August. We've been playing it non-stop since then. I really recommend you guys check it out. It's a pretty popular game, but it's definitely growing, and there's a lot of new players coming into the community. Yeah, so you can see right now Forza is just using his scout to find the whole map, and scouting in this game is really important because, like, I'm not sure if you like resources, non-renewable resources like gold mines and berry bushes and deer are much more efficient in the early game than farms and that kind of stuff. So you really need to find those resources and control them. So scouting and map control are very key in this game. In addition to unit micro, training counter units, that kind of thing. Yeah, you'll see that later. Yeah, so here we go. Just doing some scouting action. Yeah, so I'm gonna, I guess I'll talk about the Egyptians in this game. You know, I'm playing Egypt right now in this game. We're following Forza, who's playing Greece, but I am really bummed at how shitty the Egyptians are right now. They started off as the best civ, and they're really fun to play. You get really badass units like big elephants, which get pretty much destroy enemy buildings and stuff, and you get like priests, which can convert multiple units on the enemy side to your side, which is pretty awesome. However, right now Egypt is sort of lame in the early game, especially against the Celtic and Persian civs. And there was supposed to be an update buffing them, but it fell through the cracks. It's coming, but not yet. But yeah, Egypt is a lot of fun. I really hope they buff it again. Yeah, so you can see Forza is building houses on his wood line, and what he's trying to do is to protect his wood gathering villagers, because like that's a main target for like raiding cavalry and stuff. Like say the other person sends cavalry into his base, which is like really one of the main things you have to do in AOEO. This game is all about raiding. It's all about microing enemy villagers. Here's my town, the Egyptian one with the light blue. Back to Forza's town. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, you can see how I am gathering from some deer in the corner over there. And deer are actually an incredibly efficient way to get food. I think they are 0.7 times as slow as berry bushes, which are the standard option. That makes any sense. Like, I guess they are 1.3 times as fast, approximately. And you know, if you have a choice between berries and deer, I would definitely go with deer. The only issue is that they like run away when you try to kill them, so you have to use your scout to kill them. It's sometimes a little bit hard, and you know, if you have your villagers just standing there after you kill all the deer, you lose gathering time. So it's really more of you have to micro it, right? You have to take care of it. Whereas with berry bushes, you just sort of build a storehouse and let your villagers do their thing. But yeah, definitely don't build farms. Until early age 3, I actually asked some very good players on the forums about when you should start building farms, and they said that early to late age 3 and even age 4, if you have complete map control. It really varies game to game. Yeah, so as far as unit choices, this game is all about training counter units, trying to counter the enemy army. So you can see that Forza is going with a straight barracks build. He has 1 barracks out. He's going to probably shortly build 2 more. And the reason for this is because we are playing a Greek and a Persian, and we are assuming the Persian will train Sparabara, which is an infantry tanking unit, and the Greek will train some kind of like either Servicephoroi, which is a cavalry unit, in which case you could use spearmen to take them out, or infantry. And you can see I'm using camel riders, which are a very powerful Egyptian unit, to kill the enemy villagers there. Again, we're not following me, we're following Fuser, so yeah, I can't explain my actions too much, but that was a very successful raid, speaking from past experience and what happened. Yeah, I don't know, I really like this desert map. I don't play on it a lot. Like, for some reason you don't find a lot of games on it in PvP, but it is a lot of fun in my opinion, because you can really just run around with cavalry and, you know, like rape enemy shit. Yeah, here's my little sneaky scout finding that gold mine in the back of the base. Yeah, you can see how our enemy is building some barracks there, which is basically exactly what I wanted. Me and Foiser have a very good counter for that. You can see he has Servicephoroi, infantry, archers, and really with slingers, camels, Ceres, and Hippospis, we can counter that pretty well. Egypt is actually pretty good at countering a Greek army. The only tough area is actually not even probably in age 4. That's the only time when Greece becomes very, very powerful. And since they nerfed the Gastrophates unit, it's not as bad. Yeah, so Foizer's setting up another barracks. I would actually have a couple more out by now, but Foizer's sort of playing the he's sort of bubbling, if you know what I mean. He's focusing on his economy right now. I'm sort of defending everything because I'm in the front. Yeah, so as far as like building storehouses on wood and stuff, the best way to in AOEO to get the optimum amount of resources is to actually move up your storehouse onto the wood line every time your villagers chop down more trees. You can see I'm not really doing that. I'm probably like focusing on a battle or something right now, but I should build a second storehouse closer to the trees. Yeah, looking at my game afterwards, I'm a little, embarrassed, I guess. Right, so you can see this Greek guy is trying to do a little Seri raid here. And Seris are not a very good raiding cavalry. A lot of Greeks complain about that, but honestly, I think that's fine, because Greeks are not underpowered, and they really don't need raiding cavalry in the beginning of the game. I think Persia and Egypt should have raiding cavalry all to themselves, and you'll see just how fast my camels destroy those Seris. Camels, if you don't know, are cavalry which do bonus damage against cavalry. So basically, as an Egyptian, you train them against anything besides archers in the early game. They do tons of damage against infantry, tons of damage against cavalry, and against buildings. All the Egyptian units have a slight bonus against buildings, if I'm not mistaken. Might be, I don't know, but yep. You can see Forza is gathering at least partly from an elephant, which is very good. Elephants are huntable, which means they are just as the gathering rate is just as fast as like deer and stuff. So we're decently far into the game. Around, if I can read the clock, 7 minutes. This is when the real action starts to happen. Pretty soon we're gonna get into a major skirmish, and it'll be pretty epic to watch. I don't know, personally I think AoEO battles are much easier to follow and they look much cooler than StarCraft, but that's just my personal opinion. I don't know. Yeah. But you can see that we're really starting, Fuser at least, is really starting to focus on his military now. Before he was just sort of going all out eco, because he's in the back, I'm in the front. So I can sort of, hold the front for him to bubble. But yeah. Fuser is gathering from an elephant here, and that's actually a very good strategy. If you have enough villagers to kill an elephant without taking any damage, then you should definitely do that, because elephants have an extremely high gathering rate. Especially with that upgrade at the storehouse, it's pretty nice, and it's 1,000 food, which is a lot. Yeah, you can see that Egyptian town is mine in front of Fuser's. I have 2 barracks out, 2 stables. So yeah, I'm getting mostly slingers and axemen. You can see just how fast an Egyptian army trains. Like I recently, I lost a little. Not lost. I killed a bunch of villagers, but my army was a little bit decimated in a recent raid. So you can just rebuild with Egypt. And you can see how fast those units are coming out of my barracks. So yeah, there's his spearman bow army, and you'll see we're gonna micro them right here. Hopefully Fuser's Hibiscus can take care of those spearmen, and my slingers can target the archers, because slingers are a very bad unit except against archers. So if Fuser goes back to the battle, you'll see some micro, probably, but I guess he won't. I guess he'll kill those Sephora right there, which are raiding us, and Asabara. Yeah. Okay, here's the battle. And you can see even though it was about equal in numbers, we totally destroyed them, right? And look how fast these enemy archers die because of my slingers. I'm splitting my fire. You can't see that because we're following Fuser, but in reality, yeah. So yeah, slingers, especially with the H3 upgrade, are very effective against bowmen, toxotes, any type of anti-infantry archer, even chariot archers to some extent. Yeah, Fuser is being sort of raided here. I'm sending some camels to help out, but really we are sort of destroying Orange right now. That was a pretty major battle. Sorry we didn't get to follow much of it because Fuser was sort of away from it, but that's cool. So yeah, see, Orange just resigned. So we've defeated 1 out of 2 players, and we're sort of destroying him right now. Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, we're just gonna, mass some units in the former Orange base and go in for the kill. See, I'm sort of bringing my army back to get all my units together, and then I'm gonna attack those Series. See, I'll target the Series with my camels, and then use my slingers to take out the archers. Hopefully Fuser will focus on the battle. Yep, see, watch these archers die. Slingers are very effective, as I've mentioned, and although, most people complain about them, they're actually pretty useful. Except against Celtic slingers, which are really annoying. Yep. Yeah. I probably should be microing these archers right now. That's a mistake that I've noticed, but I'm probably like AFK managing my economy right now. That's why I'm not doing that. So yeah, those Hibiscus sneak up on my slingers. There we go. But yeah, this game is really all about micro. I mean, I guess any RTS really is. So it's sort of stupid to say that, but you know, don't judge. Yeah, so you can see this battle unfolding. I think it's pretty epic. Like I mentioned before, I really like I don't know, this kind of infantry, like old-fashioned historical battle versus a StarCraft battle, which is all futuristic and you know, it's sort of hard to tell what's going on. There's just like gunshots going everywhere, right? I like this kind of battle. You can see those archers just die as soon as my slingers get near them. And this game should be over pretty soon. As you can tell, me and Fuser won around the 15-minute mark, which is a little late for PvP, but that's a pretty fast win. Probably could have won faster, but I don't know. We were recording for YouTube and a little slow. So yeah, I think as soon as we destroy the stables and then this archery range, I think he resigns. Yep, there we go. So I hope you enjoyed this game. It was pretty good. You know, you got to see some nice battles, I guess. You got to see some economy building and some AoEO if you have not seen AoEO before. You know, like I said, I really recommend checking out AoEO. It's a pretty awesome game, at least in my opinion, and it is pretty fun to play. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up or subscribe. And if you want to see more of this kind of thing, just let us know. We will definitely do it, and we will probably do it anyway, even if you do not want to see it. Okay, that sounds weird.